Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Małgorzata Kruczek, and today, as I promised, we're going just to touch the subject of cancer, and the way we are going to look at the cancers. I hope it's going just to be slightly different from the way we usually look at the cancers. So, I want just to show you, and I want just to make sure you know this is clear. The message, the information which I'm going to share with you, there are my personal researches, based on scientific researches and stuff like this. But what people will do with this is kind of like their own personal choice. But why I'm doing this is because I even I'm having a medical background and I'm medically trained. I didn't ever believe in this kind of strong kind of commitment. I didn't think the cancer can be so easily curable if people have this deep holistic knowledge. And after those few months of researches and reading and stuff like this, I'm asking questions, I'm kind of impressed, and I strongly, personally believe that any cancer, every cancer can be actually cured. So, and just to prove this, I just said, I'm going just to show this book. Recently, I found a book which is actually very comprehensive very comprehensive book, which actually keeps and gives this kind of information in very easy to digest language. So the book is called Anti-Cancer and A New Way of Life by Dr. David Servan Schreiber. I will show you the book. Hope you can see this. Okay. A bit of a foot in the front. And I, as I said, I want people to just first to take control of their lives, just to start to believe that having diagnosis of the cancer is just not the end, it's just the beginning of something. And this actually, the outcome of the journey depends on you, depends on every person who's actually diagnosed with the cancer, because we do have incredible powers in our body to fight cancer, to actually stand and say, you know what, I know I've got cancer, but I have my defense system as well, which I'm going to use, and I will make sure, we will fight the cancer cells, and I will be free. So like I said yesterday, cancer, lies dormant in all of us. Like all living organisms, our bodies are making defective cells all the time. That is how tumors are born. But our bodies are also equipped with a number of mechanisms that detect and keep such cells in check. In the West, 1 person in 4 will die of cancer, but 3 in 4 will not. Their defense mechanism will hold out, and they will die of other causes. And I will get myself back to the book very frequently, because this book has got this kind of easy way of expressing, easy way of like I said, digesting, and this book is easy and gives people a hope, because this book actually is written by the doctor who was actually diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he actually got himself out of the illness. He got himself out of the illness, but it was a journey. It was a journey. I think I said this yesterday, that we did lost this incredible connection between our body and our mind, and we don't treat this very uh, la- very holistically. We just try to treat one illness and we try to treat symptoms. We don't try to find the cause for the illness. And this is what this book is about. You know, I was reading recently and watching later on The Matrix of the Healing. And the thing which actually impressed me the most was the interview with one of the lady who was diagnosed with cancer, and the thing what came out of the interview was the fact that she never ever been thinking that the childhood trauma, or she didn't think at the time this was a childhood trauma. It was the way her mom was, talking about the fact that she didn't want to have children, affect her deeply psychologically, in the way that she didn't think about herself that she didn't want to have kids. But what happened later, when she was like around 35 or 40, she discovered that she had cervical cancer. And this was at the time when she was actually married and she wanted to have kids. But this kind of deep psychological trauma was affecting her psychologically and deeply on her physical level as well, and making her ill. And what actually happened in the end, she couldn't have kids after the operation and stuff like this. But we need to understand the impact we need to understand the impact of things in our life. We need to understand that nothing happened without reason. So if we are ill now, it was something triggering this. If maybe not now, maybe this was even 20 or 30 years ago. Maybe something really bad happened in our life, which make us think and I don't know, make us think and live our life in the way we live. This is so inspirational. It was so shocking in one way for me, because I never believed. I did believe, but I didn't ever had anything shown me in this way. You know, this is so important. The psychology of it, psychology of the cancer, the emotional aspect of the cancer. If, for example, if, for example, your parents never been showing you the love, never been showing you acceptance, never been showing you this kind of unconditional love, this kind of left you very vulnerable. This kind of left you, like, very easy way to describe, like open to all kind of attacks. Because love, unconditional love from our parents, is just the first base defending system, which is so important and so crucial for child health, child life, and later for adult health. And in this kind of very simple example, I want us to show you. And if you are having time and you are listening to my video now, I want you to spend maybe today, few hours, few minutes, to think, do you really love yourself? Do you really accept yourself? Do you really have you really maybe had anything in your childhood which traumatized you, which made you feel unloved, which made you feel bad or stuff like this? Is anything which you could point, which make you feel uncomfortable even now when you think about it? And this is so important. This is so important, and this book actually goes into depth with this, and I personally think it's so revolutionary in one way. The way we look at the cancers, the way we starting looking at the cancer as a holistic thing. And in order to cure cancer, we need to get to the bottom of the problem. And we are all individual. We can have 100 people in the same room, and they have got 100 different histories. They've got 100 different circumstances, and this is so important. We can't put a matrix on the person and treat this person in this way. Everybody has got past, and we need to get to the bottom, to the real core, what actually is the reason for this person to have a cancer. Does this person gave up ages ago and this person doesn't want to live life? Maybe the life of this person is so miserable that this person doesn't want to live but doesn't talk about it. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's a trauma from the past, from the childhood, or maybe divorce 10 years ago, and all this stress, all these emotions are actually starting getting exposed now, and this person doesn't cope with this anymore. It is so many reasons, when we are starting actually investigate, we are actually starting seeing the links to the cancer, to all kind of actually chronic illnesses. So I would like to finish my very short video today with very, very simple message. Get yourself a time today and think about your life. Have a time and listen to the birds. Can you hear them? Brilliant. I can hear them. I'm just sitting next to the car and the window is open. It's just lovely. And have a time to fall in love with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't expect that somebody magically will come to your life or other people will love you in the way you would love to be cared or loved or being appreciated. Have a time to discover yourself. Have a time to think about yourself. Think about your childhood. Think about everything really. And if this, for example, was traumatized in any way, just close this chapter. Accept this. Learn to live with this. And let go. Let go. This is the spring, the time for cleaning. And this actually involves our past sometimes. So maybe this is the best time to start doing the psychological spring cleaning and leave certain things behind. As it's the time for new things to grow in your life, in your heart, in your brain, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. All the best, God bless, and enjoy the beautiful weather. Thank you so much. Bye bye.